It is the worst thing that I have seen at Matanzas Inlet.
Residents complain about a floating structure in Matanzas Inlet, prompting St. Johns County commissioners to pass an ordinance. Liz Ryan reports.
Jet skis, hamburger and hot dog vendors, live bands. A floating structure has brought these, along with crowds of partiers, to Matanzas Inlet. But does it belong there? Many residents say no, and they made their voices heard to the county commissioners. But who controls the inlet? Well, it's murky, even to Henry Dean.
Virtually every federal and state agency informed me that they had no jurisdiction. And then my attorneys advised me that we had no jurisdiction unless we adopt an ordinance. So that's what we're doing.
Hurricane Water Sports has been there exchanging food for donations. Resident William Fisher asked if it's being regulated.
If it has a motor on it or in it, and it's a restaurant, is it licensed to sell the food and have to meet the health requirements?
On dry land, if you open a restaurant, you have to get a license. But if you're out in open water, apparently it's no man's land.
Matanzas Riverkeeper Jen Lomberg expressed her concerns.
Jet skis do not have a braking system. And because a lot of families use the inlet as a shielded area for small children to swim and recreate, having jet skis poses a safety concern. A lot of boaters and fishermen use the inlet to traverse in between the intercoastal waterway and the ocean. And so having a floating structure there that cannot be moved rapidly is going to pose an issue. Having people sleeping on this floating structure, there are not restroom facilities out there. A lot of that human waste is ending up in the waterway.
The ordinance prohibits the anchoring or mooring of floating structures upon or to the waters of St. Johns County. Who is exempt from the ordinance? Vessels, barges, jack-up rigs, and houseboats. The ordinance passed unanimously. For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Liz Ryan.
This local news is a service of your hometown Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you. A new safety measure kicks in just in time for the beginning of the school year.
Parents in St. Johns County can breathe a sigh of relief this school year as a sidewalk along County Road 2209, where 9B and St. Johns Parkway intersect, has been relocated further away from the road. The county expects the sidewalk relocation to be completed August 9th, just in time for students to return to school on August 10th. The initial installation of the sidewalk had raised concerns among parents regarding the safety of their children traveling to Liberty Pines Academy. The sidewalk had no guardrails or protection, and there was only a small distance separating it from the road. For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
A grant opportunity is available for K-12 educators in the St. Johns Water River Management District. The Blue School Grant Program offers teachers up to $3,000 per school to go towards programs or activities that promote students learning about Florida's water resources. Laura LeBur, Education and Outreach Coordinator for the St. Johns River Water Management District, explains the type of projects they fund.
So the teachers apply for funding to do pretty much any sort of project proposal that falls into our 4 core missions, which are water supply, flood protection, water quality, and natural resources.
LeBur says interested educators must include a project proposal
describing what they're going to use the funds for and how they're going to incorporate that into their classroom, whether that's an in-classroom projects or if they're going to be taking their students out on a field trip. The grant does offer education partner excursions, so we pay for busing and the programs that can get students out into the resources.
Up to $60,000 in grant money is available for the Water District's 18 county area. Applications are due by September 15th. For details, visit sjwmd.com/education/blue-school. With St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Amy Sherry.
And now you're up to date with St. Augustine's Local Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.